The stock market has been on a roller coaster lately, leaving many investors feeling uneasy. But the choice isn't just between risking it all in stocks or letting money sit in cash. There is a middle ground called investing for income.
Strive Financial can help you feel more in control of your investments, even when the market's unpredictable. CEO Sam McElroy stopped by to share more. People are watching this, and the last thing you want to do is knee-jerk. I mean, people should be worried, but should they be worried?
Well, we know that when you're planning for retirement, it's part math and it's part psychology. And so part of it is about tempering your own knee-jerk reaction, right? So we know that we want to be careful that when we see volatility, we don't just pull everything out and sit in cash, though sometimes we know that it feels like that might be the safest thing.
Now, I know that when I was starting to invest, people were saying, when you're at this age, you do really high risk, high risk, high yield. When you get in the middle ages, you start taking a little less risk, and then as you get older, you take less risk at all. Is that still the formula today?
So it can be, but I think it's more nuanced than that. I think sometimes we have this this imagination that the options are really just binary. Either you're all risk in the market or you're all cash in something conservative. So when you're trying to figure out how to make a good return, but maybe you're starting to get a little bit nervous when you see volatility like what we have over the last month or so, you feel like there's no real options. But the reality is there's a whole middle ground of things that can still produce a good return, but maybe can do so focusing more on income, like interest and dividends, as opposed to having to be risky in the market or just sitting out altogether.
Okay, so dividends, we talked a little bit about that. What are their options, and then how do people decide which one they're going to go with?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So the first thing we want to understand is that the universe of income-generating strategies is a lot broader than what we may know. So a lot of times when people are thinking about interest or dividends, they may be aware of dividends from dividend stocks, or they may be aware of interest from CDs. But the reality is there's a whole host of things that, like CDs or like dividend stocks, also produce a return predominantly through dividends and interest. And sometimes if you can explore that broader array of options, you can still create a really well-diversified portfolio, but one that has a little bit less risk, a little bit more certainty to it.
Is that only for retirees, though?
I would actually say it's for anyone. Now, how much you go into growth versus income is going to differ based off of age, but think about it this way. If our goal, when we talk about retirement, is really about financial independence, then even for someone who's not quote-unquote retirement age, focusing on dividends and interest can accelerate them to getting to the point to where they can really live off of their money and not have the fear of running out.
Okay, a lot of what you're talking about to a lot of people may sound like you're speaking French because they're just not really voiced in it. What are some of the biggest mistakes people can make?
Well, I think there's a few mistakes. The first one is exactly what you said. So sometimes there's a trepidation when you feel like it's a foreign language to just sit and do nothing because you feel like, doing nothing is safe. But the reality is there's a cost to everything. Even doing nothing has a cost to it. And sometimes while that may feel safe, it's not the safest thing. So everything's about just trying to branch out, gather information, maybe move out of your comfort zone. And it starts with awareness that there may actually be another option.
Okay, you have an analogy about this, something that has to do with like renting out your house or renting out a room in your house?
Right. Yeah, so people get confused sometimes when you talk about stocks. So I often equate it back to, real estate, like a rental property, right? So if you have a rental property, your return comes from two different places. Part of it is actual income, rent that you get from renting it out. You could literally put that in a separate bank account, spend it, has no impact on the house. But the second part is just a change in what you could sell the house for, right? So when you're looking at investments, it has those same two components. Part of it is passive income, part of it is a change in what you could sell it for. And if you focus on the income part, then you can actually have a lot more predictability, consistency, reliability, as opposed to only focusing on what you could sell that asset for.
Okay, so whether people are in their 20s or their 80s, they can come to you guys with whatever they have, and you guys can help them really lay out a plan for getting a little more income out of their income.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things that we do for anyone, and not just clients, but we do consultations all day long, is just trying to operate as a strategist. So sometimes it's just starting with a conversation to make sure that people are aware of all the different things that they can do, and to help them get over that hurdle of feeling like they should know more, or they should have done something differently. If we can just kind of get them into that collaborative mind space of just wanting to move forward, that's usually step one.
So you're not dictating to them, do this, do this, do this, do this.
That's right.
You're making sure that they they feel comfortable with the decisions that you're putting forth for them and that they understand what those are.
Absolutely, because there is no one-size-fits-all approach, right? Everything has to be customized to your unique fact pattern. And so if you can really understand a situation and then just start to talk about the different options, I find that you can really navigate a great path forward.
Awesome. Sam, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. All right, grab those phones and scan the QR code on your screen to access a complimentary Investing for Your Income report. You can contact them by visiting StrideFinancialAdvisors.com or give them a call.